with the release of Minions and Monsters almost a week ago, I am getting to my ranking of all 15 Illumination movies that I've seen. I would do just like a Despicable Me ranking, but I just thought, you know what, I'll just throw them all in there. I have not seen Migration, and I have not seen The Secret Life of Pets 2. And then if there's any others that you... I don't think there's any others, but if there's any others that I missed, then I guess there's a couple others that I haven't missed. But Illumination is a animation studio that has had some iconic movies, but just doesn't seem to be like Pixar or DreamWorks or Disney or anything that just like rise above all the others. And it's not as famous or as big as those, but it's also not as small, I would say, as Blue Sky was. Even though Blue Sky like had Ice Age, and even though a lot of people didn't watch it, Epic, which is a really great animated movie, and like others, which I want to get to Blue Sky when Ice Age 6 releases next year. I know that won't be Blue Sky, at least I don't think, because I'm pretty sure Blue Sky's done for. But because I just want to talk about some of those. But Illumination is one that I grew up with a lot of these movies, and yeah, so let's just get into it. At number 15, the only movie that I would say is bad is The Secret Life of Pets. I have not seen this movie in a while, so there's that. But like, I just didn't like it when I watched it, and like I didn't watch the sequel because of it. I might have seen it 2 or 3 times, but I don't remember like anything because it's just not memorable, and I just don't really think I could talk about it. Like, I don't know if I could say anything more than about it. Like, it's just not very good. I didn't like it, and unlike all these other ones, like I don't really have much else to say. So 15 is Secret Life of Pets. Just didn't like it. Number 14 is Illumination's The Grinch. This is the animated one starring Benedict Cumberbatch, and I watched it in December, so like 6 or so months ago. And before that, like, I had seen it before, and I always hated it. And then I watched it then, and I was just like, you know what, this isn't as bad as I thought. Now, it's not an incredible movie, and obviously it's not my favorite version of The Grinch. That is Jim Carrey's version. But, like, Benedict Cumberbatch, I like as an actor, and I think that he did a pretty good job voicing the, Grinch, but, like, the animation just isn't my favorite. The twist on the Grinch story in this one isn't my favorite, and, it's just like, whereas the Jim Carrey one is just crazy and just so much fun to watch, this one just doesn't have any of that. And like, there's just nothing that I really care about in this one that much. Like, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, rewatching it, but it's not one that like I want to watch again. Like, it was good. But like this December, am I gonna watch it? Probably not. Am I gonna watch the Jim Carrey one? Yes. I just didn't really connect with this one, but like, I can say it's not a horrible movie. Number 13 is the Lorax. This one I have seen a lot, and I do like it. I think it's a really good movie. Like, from here on out, I would say they're pretty good movies. The worst thing about this movie is that Taylor Swift's in it. There's 2 storylines. The one is with Zac Efron's character, and he's kind of just for most of the movie, he's kind of just listening to the Onceler and what he is telling him about this, like, Lorax character. And then for the last little bit, he's bringing trees back. That's fine. Like, I think it's pretty good. I think that the animation is fine. It's nostalgic a lot. Like, that might help it. It's not very high up just because, like, it would probably... I might have to move it up a couple spots higher. But, like, it's funny. It's got moments I like. I think that the stuff with Ed Helms' character, the Onceler, is pretty fun. The How Bad Can I Be song is really cool. Like, I really like listening to that song. But like, it's just a good movie, and I do like watching it. It doesn't really have anything else that really stinks out about it. Number 12 is Sing. sometimes it's hard for me to connect with movies where the main character is an animal, and obviously all the characters in this one aren't animals, but I do like it. I think that the music is really fun. Like, I think that Johnny is really good. I think that Ash is really good. Um, the little rat is a fine singer. The pigs are fine. I hate the elephant. Oh my god, I hate the elephant. But like the characters I do like this is one I also watched a lot growing up. I really like the music. I do like the story, and it's a really fun movie. I'm thinking about it, and like these two should be above the next one, but whatever. But Sing is a good movie that I think has a nice story and nice music, and I think that they give each character like a good reason to be there besides the elephant, because that character sucks. And I've seen on the internet that the elephant is the Mina or whatever is starting to get more hate, and that's pretty cool because I hate that thing. I hate the elephant. She's so annoying. But like it just doesn't have anything that really sticks out. Like Sing 2, like it just doesn't have anything. Number 11 is the one that I'm thinking should probably go down a couple spots. Despicable Me 4. This is, besides the newest edition Minions and Monsters, the last movie I watched. I watched this about 3 weeks ago. For the first time. I just had not seen this movie because it just didn't look like anything I would want to watch. And then with Minions and Monsters, I was just like, you know what, I'll just watch it. And it kind of reminded me of why the Minions franchise isn't as bad as I thought it was, where it's just fun and each movie has got something about it. And this one, like, I didn't hate, like, I had a fun enough time. I, like, grew. Minions are fun. Seeing, what are the kids' names? Agnes. Crap. 1 second. Seeing Margot, Edith, and Agnes is fun because it's like, I do like those characters well enough, but, like, it is the worst one. And the villain sucks. Like, not only do I just not like, what's his name? Well, is it Will Ferrell? Yeah. Yeah, Will Ferrell. Like, I just am not a big fan of him as an actor. But, like, the really, like, oh, you sing a song that I wanted to when we were younger, so now I'm going to try and destroy you. Like, that is incredibly dumb. So, the more I think about it, the more I think it should be a little bit lower. But I wouldn't say it's, like, a horrible movie. It's just not a great one. Number 10 will probably get some hate. Despicable Me 2. I wouldn't say this is a bad movie, but I've always hated the villain, El Macho. I've always hated him. And then the anti-villain league or whatever it is that Gru ends up joining. I've always just not cared for them. They're a bigger part in Despicable Me 4 as well. Maybe that's the reason why that one's lower, but like I've just never been a big fan of them. And Lucy gets introduced in this one, and she can be kind of annoying. I know she's in the fourth one, but like she's a bit annoying in that one too. She's a bit annoying in this one. It's cool seeing these characters again and seeing this world like expand. But other than that, I just don't really care about this one as much. It's fun enough. Like I can watch it and have a good time. But other than that, like I've just never ever cared about this one as much as other people seem to. Number 9 is our newest edition, Minions and Monsters. It's not my favorite in the franchise, but it was a fun one. I liked the Hollywood movie stuff. When you get into the monsters at the end, it's fun enough. You get Jesse Eisenberg in here as a robot, and I thought he was really fun. If you want my expanded thoughts on it, my review is up. But, like, just I don't think these movies work as well when the minions are the main characters. One does. We'll get to that one. But, like, because there's only basically been 2 movies where the minions are the main characters. I just think that, like, they're fun. The minions are funny. But, they're just, like, not the best as main characters. But, like, and the characters in this, where you got, let me check. You've got Henry and James and Ed, and then you've got Dick or Richard. They just aren't as good of characters as Kevin and Stuart and Bob. And like people are like, well, they're all the same, they're minions, but it's like, yeah, but like Kevin, Stuart, and Bob are like iconic, and then you like these new minions are good, but it's just like there are no Kevin, Stuart, and Bob. That's my thoughts. 8 is Minions: The Rise of Gru. This one is called Minions, but it's basically just a prequel because Gru is like the main character and the Minions are a bit side characters again. But I like it. I thought it was fine. When you get into the end, it gets a little bit weird with like the dragon and everything, but seeing like a little bit of the rise of Gru being a villain is really fun. Obviously Kevin, Stuart, James, Bob, they're fun. The villains are fine. Like, the villains aren't really good. And, like, the story is fine. But it's just, like, at this point in the franchise, like, the movies are fine. Like, besides 2 of them, like, I think all of them are relatively the same, which we'll get into in the next one. This one, I think, is a bit above Minions and Monsters just because I do like Gru and, like, his relationship with the Minions and kind of seeing them, form this bond that you see in the first Despicable Me and everything, I thought was really fun. Number 7 is Minions, the other movie where the Minions are front and center. And I've heard a lot of people don't like this one. And I think it's fine. Like, I think that Kevin, Stuart, Bob are really fun characters. Scarlet Overkill is a fine villain. Herb, her husband, played by John Hamm, is really funny. I really John Hamm as a actor. But, yeah, I just think it's a pretty good movie, and it's just fun seeing that the Minions like on this adventure. It's not the best movie, and I wouldn't say like it's a great movie, but it's a good watchable movie, and like there's just not much to talk about. Like it's funny, it's got some good characters, and like I like Herb. I think Scarlet Overkill worked for the movie. I thought that Kevin, James, and Bob were pretty good main Minions, but other than that, nothing really sticks out about it. Number 6 is Sing 2. I like Sing 2. Sing 2 is really good. I like it. I think it's a lot better than the first one. I think that it takes everything from the first one and just improves on it somewhat. Where I think that I think that the music is better, and in this one you've got more of a story, whereas in the first one it's basically just like, okay, we've got to get this thing going. Whereas in this one they have like an actual villain. Whereas in the first one they don't have a villain. It's just like, you know what? Let's hope the singing works. And in this one there's a wolf that's the bad guy. When you get into the final act and they're having like the final singing scenes, those are really fun and obviously like a lot bigger than the first one. And I like most of the characters besides, you guessed it, the elephant. Sorry, I had to yawn. But like the Sing movies are fine and like they're fun to watch, but like nothing about them really sticks out a bunch. And I just like they're fine. They're like Sing 2 is a good movie, better than the first one, better than all these other movies. But like I wouldn't say like it's one of the greatest things. But like if they made a third Sing, I would watch it because these 2 movies are fun. And I do kind of hope they make a third one because I would like to see more. At number 5 is Despicable Me 3. These next 2 are kind of tied, but this one has always been one of my favorites in the franchise. I think that Balthazar Brat as a villain is really fun. I think that bringing in Drew, the brother of Gru, was really cool. And I don't know why he wasn't in the 4th one. Because it's like, oh, you got Steve Carell, just have him voice Drew again. But if they make a 5th one, I would like to see Drew again. I just kind of like the dynamic between the brothers. The animation is really fun. That's another thing. Despicable Me 4, for some reason, the animation just felt like off. And Despicable Me 3, I thought looked good. but like it's just fun. Like it's fun seeing these two brothers. Like their dynamic. The villain is really fun. Lucy is probably at her best in this one. I like the kids. The minions are really fun. You get Michael Jackson's music in there a little bit, and that's really fun. It's just one of the more fun ones, and I just have always liked this one. Sometimes I think it's better than the original, but the reason that the first Despicable Me is in fourth place, or first place in the Despicable Me franchise, is because there's just something about it I do like, where you get Gru, and he's this villain, and then he ends up with these three kids, and you kind of see him end up caring for these kids and kind of not being a bad guy as much. You get Vector. You get Vector in this one, and he is hilarious. He's probably my favorite villain in the franchise because he's just really funny. Like, the scene where Gru's like looking at his blueprints and Vector just like waltzes over there, or when he's stuck on the moon and he's like, oh poop. Or when he's like talking to the toilet and he's like, oh, teeny tiny toilet, and then it like breaks and like starts flooding his face with water, and he's like, ah, curse you, tiny toilet. Like, that's just really funny, and he's probably my favorite villain in the franchise. And just seeing Gru like develop this like relationship with these three kids and kind of like adopting them towards the end and everything is really good. The minions are really fun side characters. And it's just a really fun movie. The music, I think at times can be a bit annoying, where you've got Pharrell Williams and he's doing Happy, which is a famous song, but then he's got some other songs in the movie, like the one during the carnival. That song's kind of annoying. But other than that, like, I think that Despicable Me 1 is a pretty fun movie, and the best in the Despicable Me franchise. But my top 3 of Illumination, people are probably gonna not like. Number 3 for me is the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I just liked it. Chris Pratt is my favorite actor, so him as Mario, I really like. I know a lot of people are like, oh, he's not Italian and everything, but I thought it was really good. And Bowser is a really fun villain. Luigi. I've never been the biggest like Mario fan, but I think that the inclusion, like the way they do this, the story, and they find a way of bringing in all these characters and everything is really cool. Like you get Donkey Kong, Bowser, Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, Toads, the like little, I don't know what they're called, but like the skeleton turtles. Like, I just think that's really cool, like, being able to bring in all these, like, video game things, and, like, there's video game references, and it's just a fun movie. Like, that's all it is, that's all I needed from it, is that it's just a really, really fun movie, and, it's just one of my favorites of Illumination. I don't really have much else to say about that one, but, like, I really like the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Number 2 is the one that's probably gonna get a lot of hate, Hop. So this is one that I grew up with when I was, like, I watched this a lot. This one I watched a lot. Probably the Illumination movie I watched the most. But the story of the Easter Bunny, like the Easter Bunny's son, going to the weird world, the real world. Sorry, I said that a little bit weird. But him going to the like world and wanting to be this drummer instead of being the Easter Bunny. And you get introduced to James Marsden's character, which that also elevates it, because I love James Marsden as an actor. I think he's extremely underrated. But you get him in this, and he's really fun. You get Kaylee Cuoco from Big Bang Theory. She's in this a little bit, and she's fun. The bad guys, which are like these birds, they're not like the best villains, but I think they work well enough. I think it's a funny movie. I like EB. You get what's his name? Oh, I should remember his name. But where is he? David Hasselhoff in here as David Hasselhoff, and he's really funny. Hugh Laurie is in here as EB's dad, which is really fun. Yes, the main bad guy is voiced by Hank Azaria, who I think is a really fun actor. Obviously, he is in Night at the Museum 2. He's in Dodgeball. He's in Electric State. He's in the Smurfs movies, which I vaguely remember watching. But he's a good actor, and like I just think it's a really, really fun movie. And like seriously, I didn't know it was a hated movie until the internet. But like I looked at reviews and I just saw that it was like a lot of people hated it, and I'm just like, I can understand it not being your favorite, but why are you hating it? But that's just me, I guess. I think Hop's a really good movie, and it was like a blueprint for James Marsden being in Sonic. But yes, Hop is my second favorite Illumination movie, so there's that. But my favorite is the second newest one, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I would say this and Hop are close. I would put this above Hop, but like I would say they're close. I liked it. I liked Mario. I like how they brought in more people. They get you get Fox McCloud voiced by Glenn Powell. You get Rosalina. You get Yoshi, who was really funny. Again, I'm not the biggest Mario guy, so maybe some of the references flew over my head, but I thought it was just cool. I did like the story, where you've got, I know it's Bowser again, but I mean, Bowser's fun. But I do like, you get Bowser Jr. in here, and he kind of turns his dad bad again. I just liked it as a movie, and, yeah. That's, I like Super Mario. If you want my extended thoughts, I do have a review for it because it came out earlier this year. But yes, I like the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and it's my favorite Illumination movie so far. I just thought it was fun. I thought the animation was really good. The action that you get is really fun. And like it's just bigger than the first one, and it's just more fun. Like I just really liked it. And again, that's one that I also don't really get the hate for, because it's like the Super Mario Galaxy movie earlier this year, like by critics, was just hated. But then you're getting Minions and Monsters, and the critics are saying like it's one of the Illumination's best, and it's just like, okay, why? Because it mentions movies. Like I feel like a good chunk of the hate for Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario movie is because critics don't like Chris Pratt. I think that not all of them, but I think that a good chunk of them, that's probably why it gets low reviews, is because, oh, Chris Pratt's in it. We don't like Chris Pratt, do we? No, that's about it. That's what I think most of it is. But anyway, I liked it. I thought it was a really fun movie. And that is my ranking of the 15 Illumination movies I've seen. I think the only two that I haven't seen are Migration and Secret Life of Pets 2. And even then, I think I've seen Secret Life of Pets 2 just a long time ago, and I didn't want to put it on the list because I don't remember much. But yeah, that's my ranking of the 15 Illumination movies I've seen. If you've seen, just tell me your ranking of all the Illumination movies that you've seen in the comments. And if you don't want to do that, just tell me your ranking of the Despicable Me franchise. And I will see you tomorrow for my review of Young Washington, which I am watching soon. But yes, until then, I will see you later, and thank you for watching.